They'll come back from closed session, and I will have a full update on what happens from there tonight at 10. Good evening and welcome to 13 News Weekend. I'm Kelsie Passolt. We are in Iowa's oldest city, and this week it is buzzing and alive with political passion. It's pretty quiet right now for 6 o'clock. A lot of people probably just staying home, which is what officials are advising you to do. Ogle County investigators say the teen was driving too fast down Big Mountain Road and ultimately ran this stop sign. To my left is the apartment where Rachel Garrett lost her life just 11 days ago. Hills is in the name, and it should be, because we're talking about a hilly course. This seems a little bit more level, but hey, you know what? We got trees on every hole, so still a challenge. Now it's the hard part. We got to get out and we got to survey and see who's next to the first prize winner. We're going to have a lot of updates tonight at 10. We start with developing news out of Wisconsin tonight. A shooting closes down a Madison mall. Police are investigating after a man is shot and killed near downtown Rockford. And from people out in the sun, we go to catching electronic rays. Soon, some Wisconsin teens might not be able to use tanning beds. The best chances for rain come at the end of people's celebrations as the day's wrapping up, but we'll continue to track it. Okay, I couldn't find a container, so what I've got is...
So you just use your football helmet, okay.
Exactly, and I picked the one with 13 on it. So it's a different fairy tale, but I wanted to know if Nick or Dan, if they were a Prince Charming, or if they're a toad. So I have some pieces of paper in here, and I'm gonna have you, we're gonna leave it up to destiny.
These guys right here, they're at the academy right now.
Freeport Police Chief Todd Barkalow keeps close tabs on his new officers. Quite literally, their names are written down just feet away from him in his office. Right now, 5 of them are going through a rigorous process before patrolling the streets on their own. Police Academy and field training. For many officers, those are their first real tests, and some don't make it.
If they don't measure up, to our standards, then it's nothing personal. It's just it's time to part ways.
According to police chiefs across the region, training is a major falling off point for some hires, and it's not the only drop-off. After filing Freedom of Information requests, 13 News found dozens of brand new police officers are quitting or getting fired from local departments after just a few years or even months on the job. Our search dates back to 2010. Since then, in Belvedere, 3 out of the last 12 hires have left. In Rockford, it's 21 out of 84 and 17 out of 38 in Freeport. That's a 45% turnover rate, higher than the national average, 14%. It's something Chief Barkalow is keeping an eye on.
It's concerning, but I realize that we demand and expect a lot out of our officers.
So why are all these new officers leaving just as their careers get going? According to police chiefs, there are 3 major reasons. One deals with field training. Belvedere police say that's where some officers find out this job isn't right for them, or they don't have the necessary skills.
After giving them multiple opportunities to be successful within the program, if it's determined that they're not responding to training, then the decision to let them go has to be made.
The second reason hits Rockford hard. People successfully finish training, but then quickly go to other departments, usually closer to Chicago.
A lot of these younger officers, or the 2- and 3-year patrolmen, were taking jobs in the suburbs, and primarily because that's where they were from.
And the third reason, the root of the issue in Freeport, is a disconnection with the community.
Freeport wasn't a good fit for them. It's got a great blend of big city problems, but a small town, hometown attitude. It's not the right fit for some officers.
So what's being done to address this? Belvedere isn't concerned with its turnover, but Deputy Chief Shane Woody wants more candidates to do an internship before applying.
You get an idea of what's going to be expected.
Rockford started a push this summer to hire local.
We had a very aggressive recruiting campaign, and very happy that of those 15, a good majority, or at least 10 of them, are from either Rockford or the collar counties.
And Freeport hopes a connection with Highland Community College students shrinks the turnover gap.
They'll come in, they'll ride, they'll get introduced a little bit. So as they're going through the Highland program, we'll give them preference points on hiring so that they actually come in there, They kind of know what the job is. They've experienced it.
For your Digging Deeper station, Kelsie Passolt, 13 News.
Something to remember,
Yeah, no doubt.
Roger Turner and Tim Wolosian meet for the second time this weekend at the site of a car crash they'll never forget.
It's like, we got to get them out.
The two men, total strangers, happened to be driving this stretch of Prairie Hill Road Saturday when they both saw a car on fire.
I just drove immediately up to the scene.
I just ran down and sprinted down here. He met me at the car. It was on fire, and we're like, is it going to blow?
Not only was the car burning, there was someone inside.
He came right around, and then he immediately went around the other side. He's like, there's a boy in there.
Winnebago County investigators say it was 21-year-old Guillermo Estrada who was trapped in that car. Why he ended up in the ditch and why the Grand Am caught fire is still under investigation. But one thing is for sure. With Estrada's injuries, police say he couldn't have gotten out of the burning car on his own. Thankfully, Tim and Roger were there to pull him out.
He had his seatbelt on, and then I took out my knife, I cut the seatbelt.
He literally went whoosh, whoosh, and snapped that seatbelt like that with the knife. I was like, for some reason that sticks in my head because it was so fast.
Fast enough to get Estrada out before the flames reached him.
30 seconds to a minute more, and he would have been on fire.
The two carried him across the road to safety.
That's what he was wearing.
Estrada was seriously hurt in the crash, but it just so happens that Tim is in the National Guard. Skills he learned there, he put to use until first responders arrived.
I had my shirt, and I put pressure on the back of his head to stop the bleeding.
Today, these two keep the young man in their thoughts.
I pray for him. I hope he makes it through everything okay.
A chance meeting between two everyday heroes that may have helped save a life.
I think anyone who should be driving should stop and do what I did.
You don't look for recognition for those type of things. Do what most people do.
For your Digging Deeper station, Kelsie Passolt, 13 News.